how's it going everyone? Welcome to Double Pebble, and I've promised that I will start looking at cheaper players in FO4, and today will be the start of that. So I've actually basically ran out of players in my own team to review, more or less. So from now on, every week, my pack opening, I will try and review one player from there. So this is obviously from 2 weeks ago, and we are going to be looking at a Man United legend. I'm not exactly sure whether he qualifies as a legend, but Ruud Van Nistelrooy is certainly one of the best strikers in Man United history. One of the best. Of course, there are many in Man United history. And we'll start off by looking at his stats. Okay, so obviously, Ruud Van Nistelrooy is not the kind of players like the team of the year. So stat-wise, there's definitely some weaknesses. First thing, he's got very high strength. And he's got decent pace as well. Not the fastest, definitely, 94, 91. And we know the real Ruud Van Nistelrooy, his ball control is not that good. So dribbling, ball control not that good. Passing is also not very good. Finishing is very good, 95. Shot power, heading is there. Long shot is very bad. Ruud Van Nistelrooy hardly scores any long shots. Volley is good. Positioning is good. Reaction is fast. So more of a fox in the box. Penalty is decent. I think the penalty should be higher because he's very good in penalties. 3K is not that good. And then basically nothing else is good. Composure is decent at least. He's got a good height to him, 188. Good weight as well. 3 for weak foot is a concern. 3-star skill move is a concern, but his work rate is like the best possible one for striker. High-low, not easy to find, to be honest. Alright. Price wise, he's very cheap. In Thai FO4, the price of players drop pretty fast, and Ruud Van Nistelrooy is only about 12.2 million now. And you can get 12 million in almost 2 days of playing, so shouldn't be a problem for most people. We will now go into the in-game analysis, and I'll show you guys the good and bad of Ruud Van Nistelrooy. Okay, so Ruud Van Nistelrooy is a target man. I have the pleasure of seeing him play together with Ronaldo and a young Rooney, and I'll say that the game version is pretty accurate. The first thing is his strength. He's got very high strength and a good body weight with a normal body build, which means that he's really tanky. In game, he can hold off the defender with ease, and this is something that you can tell the difference. Like my Messi and Mbappe, right? Even when they shield the ball, sometimes the defender can still push them off on. But for Van Nistelrooy, no chance. Shield the ball very well, and he can generally take a lot of damage from defenders without falling. Next thing is his finishing. Okay, generally speaking, I would say that he is a very good finisher. Okay, the real Ruud Van Nistelrooy is a menace in the box. He's always there or thereabout, and I think the game Van Nistelrooy kind of reflects that. He's always in the right place at the right time. He does score nice goals and also scored some long shots, which is quite surprising. There was even a very long finesse shot or something in there. This actually goes to show how broken the long shot mechanism in FO4 is, because almost anyone can score long shots. Although I say his finishing is good, there are also certain weak points in terms of his finishing, which I will touch on later. Next, we move on to talk about his positioning, which is, in my opinion, one of the biggest strengths, together with his high-low work rate. Now, he is ultra offensive minded. Many times when I'm say on a counter, I see him breaking a neck, sprinting into the box at top speed, and he don't just run straight blindly. You can see him while he's sprinting, adjusting his position to find an open space for you to cross to. And if you are, let's say, on the wings and he's waiting in the box, he will adjust his positioning accordingly to make himself available for you to pass. So positioning is something that's very important for strikers and, in my opinion, midfielders, and I feel that this is something that he really excels at. Last thing, of course, I want to talk about his aerial ability. He's obviously very good in the air. After all, he's a target man. Very high header stats, which means that when he connects with his head, right, the header is very good. This is very obvious in FO4. If a player is not a good header, even if you time your header properly, sometimes the ball will go up one. So for Ruud Van Nistelrooy, this is not really a big problem. And if you couple that with his height, 188, it makes him an obvious threat in the air. Although he's good in the air, I still wouldn't play pure crossing in this game because it is still not as reliable as compared to FO3. Now weakness, he's got 3 big ones, very big one. First thing is his general dribbling. He's got very low agility and dribbling stats are only average. dribbling with him is a nightmare, pure and simple. Okay, if you are somebody who likes to dribble with R9, with Henry, with CR7, you will find a huge difference when you move with Van Nistelrooy. Ball control doesn't feel tight enough. I just feel that every time I move with him, the ball just seems to roll away from him. He's never really under control. So that's something that kind of bothers me. Next thing is his finishing. Now I say that his finishing is generally very good. He puts away most of the chances. But if you watch the highlights, right, you will see him missing quite a few sitters. Now every striker does that. But to me, Ruud Van Nistelrooy missed a little bit more sitters as compared to other strikers. And if my memory serves me right, it's been quite a few years since I last seen him play. The real Van Nistelrooy is also like that. He is not the most efficient scorer. He normally needs multiple chances before he can score. So I feel this is something that you want to take note of. He's a good finisher, good striker, but not at the elite level of finishing, which I would say R9 belongs to. Absolute elite, okay? Last thing is of course his 3-star skill move. It really hurts him because for me, when I do skill moves, one of the main skill that I go to is the roulette, which he cannot do because he's only 3-star. So that's a severe handicap. Overall, I would give him at best a 7 out of 10. I'm not very impressed with him, to be honest. I think, you know, in order to use him well, you have to be very basic with your gameplay when you use him. Don't try and do fancy stuff, dribble, twist center, it will never work. He's the type that holds on to the ball, holds off the defender, lay the ball off and run into the box to finish. A very simple pass and move kind of striker. And to be honest, he is not exactly very good at making chances for himself because of his mobility problem. So I would say he's more of a finisher. Is he worth it? 11 million is very cheap, yes, but there are also other strikers around for slightly more that are better in my opinion. Ruud Van Nistelrooy is really one-dimensional. He cannot dribble his way to goal. He cannot do much other than pass and moves. I would say he's the type of striker that some people would love, absolutely love, and some people would just struggle to use. So let me know in the comments below for those who have tried him. I personally wouldn't use him. For 11 million, I'll say save the BP, get something better, alright? And that is all I have for this review video. I hope you guys find it helpful. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy my FO4 player review. And of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more review. Check out our Facebook and Discord as well. The links are all in the description box. And I'll see you next time.